All right. Welcome, everyone, to Good Morning GDQ. I'm here today, and I'll be running Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis. Together with me on the virtual couch, I have SpaceCoastGaming and TurboGilman. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
What's up, guys? First GDQ here. Very excited.
Hi, everybody. I'm TurboGilman. I previously ran this game at a GDQ, and yeah, I'm still a big fan of it.
All right. And we are going to be running hard mode. So the AI is going to be very aggressive. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to be choosing our favorite turtle. Well, my favorite turtle, at least of late, Raphael. So I'll leave it to Turbo and Space Ghost to give you the details. But we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we pick Raphael, who is, he's the most damaging turtle. He's like our glass cannon, right? So he has the least amount of health, as well as a lot of these specials that you'll see him do with these dash specials, where he will actually hit the C button, which makes him dash, moves into a kind of a cartwheel into the dash, which actually kills the foot soldier in one hit, compared to the regular dash attack, which you can see him doing now. So first stage here is going to be the sewers. We go through, fight a bunch of foot soldiers, then we'll have the little Randy guys, and a lot of different things like that. So a lot of things have changed since we've probably last seen this. Crunan's basically got this down to a science where as soon as these guys are hitting the screen, they're going to go ahead and be gone off the screen. So as you see, Crunan doing an awesome job just taking care of all of these guys. So back in the day, you actually ran this, didn't you, Turbo?
Yeah, a lot of the game is like really cleaned up, but the goal of the first part of this 1-1 is basically that you do flip tackles, and you do a bunch of grouping with slide tackles and stuff to clear the space out. But it's pretty much, the game is very much still the same with a lot of optimizations. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of flip tackles. You're gonna see a lot of double tackles. You're gonna wait for grouping of enemies. You're gonna use all of your ground attacks. One thing to note too is that you actually don't get an input for mashing in this game either. So every run is deliberate. You have a run button, and then you basically either do a combination of jump and attack to get your slide, which has invulnerability, your shoulder tackle, which you can use to control enemies and get quick kills. The old game originally was, back in the day before I ran it, the whole game was you double tackled, and there were some other optimizations, and then the flip tackles started to come in to certain places. And anyway, we're in the sewers now. There was a hydrant in there, but some really good middle of the screen opposite flip tackles there that really just speed up that whole thing.
Yes. So we're going to be running into everybody's favorite alligator here in just a little bit. Yeah, and they'll see it a lot in comments. So Crunan is using a fight stick. He enjoys that little thing a lot. The cool thing about this screen here, and I learned this not too long ago. So these pizza monsters, there's not really a difference between them, but some of the points values you'll actually watch there. You'll see them either go up by 2 or go up by 3. And there's not really anything different between the enemies, but for some reason, some of them are only worth 2. But so anyways, there's just a couple more foot soldiers left here. After these last 3, I do believe, I got 4 more, and then off to the next area where we're gonna see Leatherhead. Leatherhead, he's gonna go corner to corner, as you see Crunan dancing there. We're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get down out of the way so we don't get hit by the dash across. Basically, 4 attacks. This dash special that he's using right now is probably the most optimized way to do it, and that was a fantastic let ahead.
Yeah, really good.
Great
really
job
good,
there,
really good free specials. Didn't miss one, and just kept them under control.
Very, very fast.
All right, and
all right, first honor scroller here. All right, we see Crunan there taking a little bit of a break. Why don't we get some donations in if you got any there, Amber?
It would be my pleasure, thank you. We have $15 from McClunky Culkin saying no comment, but thank you very much. And that is actually their comment, I promise. We have $100 from Jorah Artificer saying, I've spent many, many hours playing Slay the Spire with my wife and would love to see the game get completely broken on stream. Donation obviously goes to the Slay the Spire incentive. Speaking of that incentive, we had $50 from Urend Kit saying, always love GDQ and I'd love to see one of my favorite deck building roguelikes make the big stage. So this is for Slay the Spire. Best of luck, runners. And checking in on that, we are at just over $7,000 for $15,000 that we need. So keep it coming.
All right, so what you see here is we're going to take an intentional death. What this does is allow for it's kind of a cutscene there right at the end where you'll see Raphael actually jump onto the ship. We've actually skipped that all completely by taking death right there at the last part of the Mousers. So now we're on to this mysterious ship. Just, rinse and repeat, basically. We're going to basically go in with all of the dash specials to take out the foot soldiers as fast as possible. Crunan knowing exactly where the foot soldiers are going to pop here on the screen.
Yeah, and not too much to say about the ghost ship other than you've got some traps. This is like one of the other traps they have is they've got these 4 planks, so you just have to walk around them.
Oh yeah, but it's a good one. Those are pretty funny. In my runs, I usually try to hit at least one.
yeah, I sometimes I hit them, but not intentionally.
Not intentionally? No, I go for one. That's like my thing. I gotta have one in one of my runs. And then that was obviously the second trap that we have here, the barrels here. Another one that's pretty awesome to see when Raph does take the hit, so he goes completely flat. So, fun stuff.
Here you go.
That was a great kill there on the rock guys. So basically grabbing all 3 of them at one time in order to cut down on them. All right, into the rock area. So I call it the rock area because of who we're going to be seeing here at the end of the stage. Basically, more rinse and repeat. The cool thing, so about this game, this game doesn't get a lot of credit. A lot of people went with Turtles in Time over this game just because the arcade had it super NES. This game came out not too far after that game came out, so that you can hear a lot of the same music. But there are a couple of songs that are kind of unique to this game, including what we'll be seeing in the next stage. Crunan grabbing the pizza there. We're going to see absolutely no one jump on the screen there. Yep, we didn't load all the way. That's all right. We're going to keep going.
Yeah, he's going for all the tricks.
That's right. Yep.
Every trick. And they're all risky. Every screen almost. Not really, but no, that was a good flip tackle.
Fantastic.
Yes, that's the name of the game. Flip tackles really and grouping. And then cleaning up enemies with 2 pieces, which are
right. As we see Crunan dancing again. There we go. Here's our rock steady fight. He's gonna run across the screen. He's gonna wait for him. He's gonna hit him with these dash specials. Go up, make sure that he's just a little bit lower than rock steady because there is a little bit of a hitbox that you can get on him without having to worry too much about rock steady hurting you. So as you can see him just go a little bit below, and what a fantastic
and if you go a little bit further than the safe spot, you have a chance of pulling him down, and he does an animation where you get more hits, and he actually got it on one of the cycles. So he missed it on the first cycle. He actually missed the free specials, but on the third one he actually got and pulled Rocksteady down.
All right.
It's very, very hard to do.
But here we are. We are off to Shredder's hideout.
Best
thing
stage.
you saw Shredder's hideout that you'd be seeing Shredder, but we'll find out shortly who is actually going to be. He actually makes a very unique appearance in this game, and only in this game. So
for the Konami games.
For Konami games, yeah, you're right. All right, so take these guys out. One shot takes them out. We run to the next part of the stage.
Dive kick to save a couple frames first.
Yeah.
So we optimize the dive kicks to save time on the screen as well, to get on the right side of the screen. And then you carry the screen faster with slides, actually. So they have a benefit of invulnerability and grouping, but also increasing the speed of the screen. So yeah, and setting up some flip tackles. We're gonna use the sewer manhole of the layout.
Great job there, Crunan, to get through that.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our inside of the dojo. More of the same, where we're just going to basically go through, try to kill enemies as fast as possible. You don't want to jump here. Jumping here equals a damage hit, so obviously we're not going to jump. Basically stick to the ground. You actually won't see a lot of jumping in this until next stage. So it'll be the first real area you might see a little bit of jumping, but I do believe Crunan's got a trick up his sleeve to be able to avoid a little bit of jumping there as well.
Yeah,
but the jumping attack is like
bamboos.
Yeah, the jumping attack is basically one of the the lowest hitting attacks, besides like your basic attack.
For Raphael, right?
For Raphael.
I think Michelangelo actually has some pretty good jumping.
He does,
attacks.
Yeah. So the jumping attack for like Michelangelo, I think Donatello too, has it to where he can jump attack and he actually hits him harder than the regular ground attack.
So, anyway, so back to Raph. Okay, so we're on to Shogun. This is one screen that can really mess up a run. So he opted to stay and keep the lasers manipulated and clear out as many before he actually went into that room. And here we're just going for grouping. Yep. Grouping and flip tackles, the same thing.
Yep, absolutely. So that screen is way faster on hard than it is on any of the other modes. All right, here we go. Well, welcome in, as we see Crunan thinking about things, Tatsu. Tatsu obviously making his first appearance in the Turtles 1 movie, and actually made himself pretty famous in this game. So one of the easier boss fights, basically you just go a little bit further out of the way of those little dot things there he's got, and just rinse and repeat.
Very special.
And fantastic way to end right there in the middle of the screen. Had very little health, so we're not going to see the health ticking down from the top there. Great job there.
Oh, nice, even 600 for the gauntlet too.
Nice.
Yeah, so the gauntlet, pretty self-explanatory. It is a boss rush. Even in the Mega Drive version of this game, in the manual, it counts the pizza monsters as a boss. They are actually officially listed as a boss.
Really?
They are. Yeah, that's true. And if you've never seen the manual, go ahead, do yourself a favor, check it out. It's amazing. It's amazing. Everybody should do it. Anyway, so we're gonna just rack up the points because that's fun.
Well, I mean, what else is there to do at this point? I mean,
that's
you
right.
can sit right in the screen and kind of just stay there, but it's more fun to go into some of these enemies and watch them explode on the screen.
You can kill them. Yeah, tackles are good. Free specials, slides. Again, we're gonna optimize again. Yeah, dive kicks to get across the screen. So, yeah, back to the. So some of the fights are gonna be different because you can't take damage in the gauntlet. So you're gonna. It's not gonna be much different, but the stress is really high as soon as you see Leatherhead, and you can see some of the. You can see some of it affecting. He's not. He's good.
He's not playing
but he,
as the same as the first time, right? Yeah, these bosses all have more health, and it's going to take a little longer to kill these guys, and we're going to try to make sure we don't get hit too often, especially with Rocksteady, because
you pulled him down. That's a good adjustment.
Yeah, great adjustment there.
You just don't want to get with Rocksteady. You just don't want to take too many of those.
No, you don't want too many of them kicks.
But luckily, Rocksteady moved, and he was able to get a bunch of free specials and clean them up. So, yeah, like this is where the run is tough because you have all these bosses, and then, well, we'll get there. We'll see what happens.
Right. I think what we might end up seeing here is an intentional death to Baxter, just so he can grab more health. Because
he'll take it. He'll take it here probably.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. Yeah. He did need to take that death, so he's ready for that.
Yeah, because we're gonna. You really want to have full life for Baxter.
Yeah.
You can stun lock him with like short hops and dive kicks, but yeah, if we haven't emphasized how good the special attack is, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so
you actually started the fight with it.
Special attack here, just because that's one of the easier ones to hit with. But you know, we got to make sure we clear out a lot of these monsters before you.
And that's where the hop kick comes in, really. Because dive kick actually does more damage, but it doesn't cover as much space, and it makes the Mousers much more dangerous.
Way faster than your dive kick.
It's just easier because you can plink it. You don't have to link it. That's the thing, is that the other ones will link. But good special there at the end. Right where we needed to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job.
Because Baxter can sometimes be too far or too high, and anyway, on to the Technodrome.
On to the Technodrome, yep.
Or
rinse and repeat here. There'll be a little bit of you know, like same thing here where you get the same enemies and stuff. So unless you've got anything else you'd like to say, I'd say we could cut it to some donations.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to give you some donations. We have $10 from Polo King DX saying, "Hello everyone, Hyperstone Heist was the first game I ever played. It is amazing to see it get destroyed on the big stage. Good luck, Crunan, and get those sweet, delicious pizza pies." Y'all are making me hungry.
Well, unfortunately, this is hard mode, and there are no pizzas in the Technodrome.
So. That's right.
Oh. We've got $25 from Oliver Oov saying, "Waking up to some speedruns can't hardly be better. Unless a spire is slain? That'd really update my journal." And thank you so much for that donation. And we've also got $75 from Crayage saying, "I lost my grandfather to cancer last month. Here is my donation so others do not have to experience what my family has gone through. Thank you to everyone that makes this possible, and let's get that Sonic costume." Well, I hope that you're happy. We do have that Sonic costume, so you'll see that later on today.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna go back. So we're going to be reaching here our next trap. Which has been...
It's a deal breaker.
Yes, I call it the Freezy Pops.
I call it, it's Icefield. It's Icefield.
Icefield.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to approach this. The best way, honestly, is flip tackle one, and then just use your invulnerability slides to clear out a couple, and then you have a safe spot to take care of the rest of them. So it's a lot of rinse and repeat, trial and error. You just have to try it. So
that's right. Yeah. So one trick is really you can kind of stand where you've already taken one of the ice things out. But, you know, obviously you're going to waste some time because it's going to take a long time for the foot soldiers to make it down to where you're at, just based on what the AI does.
Yeah. Luckily in hard mode though, they will go directly towards you.
Yeah. All right. More rock monsters. And then one more set, and I think we're off to our next trap. Is that right?
Yep. It's the last trap of the game. And another form of lasers. This is where you see a lot of double tackles. You actually utilize, sometimes you're going to use the grab, which you would pretty much never use. This is the one part where sometimes you got to do it because you can't get grabbed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then sometimes you want to go for the slides, but it just doesn't matter. You're going to get hit by a laser. Yeah.
All right.
Here we are with Krang. There's a lot of ways to go for a quick kill. We basically want to deplete his life in a manner that will prevent him from spitting these bombs. And here, we'll see what he does.
4, 5, and 6, and he's gonna run over. Same deal there. Great kill. Oh, he missed it.
Okay, all right. And luckily,
I thought he had it there right then, and then oh yeah. So at least he was able to get that last hit on him.
Yeah. Sometimes if Krang gets out there, it is a real nightmare to catch him. But yeah, luckily he went up just a little bit, and yeah. All right. So the nerve zone, you missed the first group, but here we're in the elevator.
Yes, we made it. All right. So there's only one boss left. Before we do that, we've got to basically get rid of some foot soldiers, some rolling Randys, and some Mousers. Not necessarily in that particular order.
So there's a lot of ways to tackle each of these screens. So you basically can set up double flip tackles or flip tackles for every single one of these groupings, but you have increased risk because you have a chance of missing one of them and then them running away. So you opt for the safer strategies with, sliding free specials or tackles for the second sets of the foot soldiers. And then, yeah, the Rodneys are easy.
Rodneys are not bad. And then we're off to, Mousers.
Yeah, and these are just slide around.
One shot.
That's the name of the game.
Yep, perfect.
Don't press all 3 buttons at once. Press run and then any combination to attack.
Yep. All right, more foot soldiers. After you see these foot soldiers, then foot soldiers are going to be coming up from the ground.
And we're gonna see how close he gets to
on a door.
Missing the door. And
he's not gonna get door 2.
It's not gonna door 2. Yeah, door 2 is really something. That's all we're gonna say about it.
Yeah,
it's possible. There's a bunch of setups for it, but it's really hard. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
That's all right.
All right, and here we are at Shredder.
All right, final boss time, guys. So Shredder, very quick, but not a terrible fight. He's got like 3 different shots he can do. He can go red, blue, or green. Blue is my favorite because he shoots up in the air and doesn't really do much. But you can slide through fire and slide through pretty much anything at this.
You slide through all of them, but if he shows blue and you're really confident, you can get a flip tackle. Other than that, you just slide in for the invulnerability and just rinse and repeat your high damage free special. And
all right, that is time.
GG, Crunan. Good game.
All right, great job, Crunan.
Where'd that end up?
Well, how'd you feel?
All right, as these end credits roll here, I just want to say, this game's has gotten a lot of kickback here at Speed Run. I'm one of the moderators here, and if you guys are interested in running, feel free to ask us any questions there on speedrun.com. I don't know if there's a Discord set up there, but there's an awesome tutorial that Turbo's actually done, so we can get you started on this run. And we'd love to see more runners.
Yeah, and similarly, everybody's welcome. I'm glad for everybody who came in and improved the game, and yeah, Crunan did great run, dude. I mean, congrats on all the work you've done, you know.
Thanks so much for that. Yeah, just a couple of shout outs. So definitely my couch, SpaceCoastGaming, TurboGilman, ZG, of course, who put a bounty on this game and really got a lot of eyes on it. Lightning Collector for a lot of new flip tackle strats, and also Gudasaur, who really pushed me in this game. And also thank you to the GDQ staff and to everybody who's watching.
Thank you so much, Crunan. That was a really awesome speedrun of Hyperstone Heist. I said it right this time. It wasn't Hyperstein, it was Hyperstone, I swear. So I just want to catch up on a few donations that have come in. We've got $25 from Anton saying, TMNT has a close place to my heart, so I had to donate. Great job with the event, fellas. Love from Sweden. That reminds me, I really should rewatch TMNT. It was a part of my childhood too, and I remember very little of it. I just remember Donatello is best turtle. At least that's my opinion. We have $25 from One Nice Type saying, I get older and older every year, but GDQ always stays the same. Great event and much love to everyone who makes this possible and everyone who makes my day. Ooh, who wants a no comment but thank you very much speedrun? Because I've got one for you. Let's see if I can get these names right the first time. So we have Trenton with $500 with no comment, but thank you very much. We have $250 from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you very much. $300 from Anonymous, again, with no comment, but thank you very much. Loki1196 with $250, no comment, but thank you very much. JD the Bud with $250, no comment, but thank you very much. Anonymous with $250, and another Anonymous with $250, with both no comment, but thank you very much, and $500 from Mitherin with no comment, but thank you very much. It's much appreciated. All of those generous donations are much appreciated, and they're going to a great cause here on AGDQ 2022 Online, where we're raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. And just a reminder what PCF does. They were founded in 1985 and are a US-based nonprofit organization. Their mission is to save lives across all populations through cancer prevention and early detection by focusing their work through research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their vision is to stop cancer before it starts. And you can find out more information about PCF at preventcancer.org. Let me see here. I have a couple more donations I want to get out as we come to the end of my shift. We have $50 from Rocky Raccoon saying, I thought GDQ started next Sunday, so I am a bit behind. These events are always so important and near and dear to me. I have multiple cancer survivors in my family, and it is a terrible disease I would love to see eradicated. Good luck to all the runners, and trans rights are human rights. Less than 3. And $50 from Point Phoenix saying, always great to watch another GDQ together with my wife. Ever since she introduced me to it, we haven't missed a single event. Shoutouts to her, and thanks to all the event organizers and runners for making this possible. And thank you for your generous donations. Now I see we have someone who is going to disagree with my favorite turtle. We had $50 coming in for the TMNT run that says, from Jake Rock, that says, Raphael is cool, but rude. Good luck, Crunan, on your speedrun, dude. Let's kick Shell and Cancer. Thank you so much. Donatello's still best turtle, though. 20A-Box donates $10 saying, not much, but I'd like to be a part of it. Thanks for the amazing games run. well, thank you for those $10. It doesn't matter how small of a donation that you send in. They all go to a wonderful cause, and every dollar makes a huge difference for PCF. All right, everyone, that's going to be it for this hosting shift for me, but not for the event. I will be back a little bit later as a runner for Sonic 4 Episode 2. Y'all hit that incentive. Thank you very much for Argic to dress up as Sonic. But I will see you all later then, and I'll see you all tomorrow night starting with Sonic Jam at the end of the Awful Block, where I will be your host one more time. So we're going to turn it over to a interview in just a moment, so stick around and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the event. We'll be right back.
And welcome back, everyone, to AGDQ 2022. I just realized we came in with that intro. It's like 6 in the morning right now. There are people who are probably waking up right now to that, but that's okay because we're bringing just that this morning, chat. We are bringing you the hype because it is time for a lot of people's favorite block of the entire marathon. We're talking the Sonic block. And to talk about that, I've got 3 amazing runners joining me today. I am joined by dowolf, Risuruuu, and Lemin to talk about their upcoming runs, kicking off the Sonic block here with everyone's childhood favorites, Snolf Zero, Sonic R, and Sonic Robo Blast 2. Now, half of you have probably heard about one of those, but I want to say, I went and did research for these runs, and the Sonic franchise as speedruns, they do not miss. Bangers left and right. And I'm not talking about just the music. Oh, the music's great as well. These games as speedruns are so good. And I have to ask each of you, what about these mesmerizing speedruns mesmerized you and got you to start running them? Let's do it in chronological order of the runs. dowolf, Snolf Zero, what's going on in this run?
Yeah, so I guess basically how I was introduced to it was, so Liz Star, as part of Cuso Grande, a bad video game mystery tournament, basically to torture her players, gave out Snolf, the original Snolf. And I just took one look at this and I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I need to play this right now. And that basically became 2021 for me, was me just messing around in all of the Snolf games and just having a blast. So yeah.
Yeah, it is a series that people will be seeing coming up where you're playing Sonic 1, but you are a golf ball the entire time. We'll get into it with the next question coming up here in a second, where to get across these levels, you're going to have to knock Sonic like a golf ball across all of it. It looks so frustrating, but so mesmerizing to watch. Now let's go over to Risuruuu. Obviously, we're talking about Sonic R, probably the game that most people have heard about in this block. What drew you to it?
Yeah, so that was kind of like one of my first Sonic games. I got it I think before I was even in school. So I had been casually playing this game for 20 plus years.
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I used to we had the PC version on good old Windows 98.
Yeah,
and,
sounds about right.
Yeah. So, and it was really hard to control with the keyboard at the time. So I was like, whatever. And I made it work. But, I used to play with my little brother and we would all pick the gun characters and we would just go into the stages and just shoot people around. Little did I know this would help me learn the layouts of the levels very, very well. So as I got older and played more games, I remember really craving Sonic R again in college. And I would just 100% the game in between classes. And then my partner at the time was just like, what's the speed run like for that? And I'm like, I don't know. So I just kind of got in from there, and only within the last couple of years have I been seriously competing with times and things like that. So that's my story.
Yeah. And then Lemin, as for you, we got Sonic Robo Blast 2 coming after that. It looks like Sonic, basically, if you put it in the Doom engine, another, once again, mesmerizing Sonic speedrun to watch. What drew you to it?
Yeah, so Sonic Robo Blast 2, I've been playing for a long time. I mean, it's an old game. I think the first version was back in 1998 or something like that. And I played it as a kid, back in 2008 or something like that. And I played it casually. I do not think of speedrunning it. But over the years, I was like, I want to speedrun something. So then I went to Sonic Mania, and I was like, this is fun, but it's not my thing completely.
Sure.
So then I moved on to, I think, Sonic CD after that. And it was a fun game, but it wasn't exactly my thing. So then I tried 3D games like Sonic Adventure, and it was much better. But then I thought, what about that game back then, about Sonic Robots 2? And I started playing that, and it was amazing, because I was used to the movement and all that from before, so it was really easy to pick it up for me. And I just started grinding, and it's been the funnest speed game I picked up since.
It looks so good. I want to thank you, honestly, for providing this run to GDQ, to all three of you providing this absolute banger of a Sonic block. For the next question I want to ask each of you, and we'll go in the same order for you. Again, what comes along with such amazing, complex-looking movement is it is complex. It looks very difficult to execute. And I want to ask each of you, starting with dowolf, what is the hardest aspect of executing these runs? dowolf, let's start with you.
Yeah, so the hardest aspect, I'll go with two of them. The first is I have no air control at all.
Okay.
As I'm flying through the air, if I'm trying to bounce off of something about 20 screens down the line, I have to just line up that shot initially perfectly, or I'm going to miss, and it will hopefully be hilarious, but I will just miss. The second is that the Sonic engine has a tenuous relationship with floors. Mm-hmm. So if it's sloped, or if it's a sprite and I'm going too fast, it's very easy to just fall right through it. So we have to be very careful about landings, which we have no control over, again, because no air control.
I'm imagining how impossible Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is as a video game. I'm thinking, how's he going to do Labyrinth Zone? That just sounds like there's some stuff.
I don't know how I do Labyrinth Zone. I have no idea.
Risu, let's talk to you a little bit about Sonic R, all the drifting and everything you got going on.
Yeah, so the best way for me to describe speedrunning Sonic R is like, you know that episode of SpongeBob? Can I say SpongeBob?
We have it in the marathon, so I hope we can.
Yeah. Sure. That episode of SpongeBob with the snail race, and you know how at the end when Gary is like blown out and he's ramming up against the wall? Yeah, that's basically speedrunning in Sonic. So like I'm gonna try and just crush Knuckles' face into the wall, and somehow that makes him go faster. You wouldn't think it, but it works, and we take it. But the rest of it looks a lot easier. I mean, it looks easy, and it is easy when you learn that if you hold the B button, you just accelerate. You just go like a car. Not a lot of people know that.
Oh, and okay. Now that's next casual race of Sonic R.
I'll push up on the control stick, and you're like, yeah, that makes him go. But then you got like the control stick, and then you just use the drift. You just use the trigger buttons, and I don't think I really use the analog stick at all. So
wow, that is as counterintuitive as I could imagine.
It's interesting because once you learn all that, you're like, oh wow, like. I made this a lot harder for myself as a kid. Oh jeez. Oh man. But other than that, like if you try and turn while stationary, like it's kind of tank control like.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Sonic meets Resident Evil. All right, I'm liking it.
I'd play that.
Dude, yeah, I love the Resident Evil franchise, and I love Sonic, so we can combine both. And Lemon, let's talk to you about Sonic Robo Blast 2. Again, amazing looking movement. What do you got?
Yeah, so the movement in Sonic Robo Blast 2 is like different compared to any other Sonic game, 2D, 3D, completely different. Right, Sonic is very fast, too fast. So a lot of new players, it'll be too slippery and it'll be too hard to control. But when you like really learn it and like you learn that you can actually break a lot of the speed you get and you can control it, and you can do really crazy stuff in the game when you control the speed, control the momentum, and yeah, it's definitely the controls though really hard to pick up. And yeah,
yeah, looks very difficult. All three of your runs that you're all going to show off. I'm looking forward to see three masters of their respective games show it off for everybody here at GDQ. I got one lighthearted question for all of y'all before I let you go across the entire Sonic franchise. What is your single favorite music track in the whole series? dowolf, I'm going to start with you.
Oh boy. I am going to go with Mystic Cave, I think, from Sonic 2.
Banger. Absolutely.
Yeah,
single player or two-player version?
Oh, is there
single player.
There's a difference.
There is a difference, yes. But I definitely prefer the single player one.
Gosh.
Oh, geez.
Risu, for you?
All I know is if at my wedding, if after they pronounce us person in person, if they do not let me walk off to live and learn, then the wedding is off.
That's awesome. Please invite me to your wedding. That'll be great. That just sounds.
I'll send you an invite.
Thank you so much.
Whenever that happens.
Lemon, how about you?
Right, so my stream would probably say it's Greenflower 1, which is the first level in Sonic Roblox 2, because I'm resetting that all day. So
Sure.
that's why they think that. But my actual one, I really like, honestly, it's hard to pick, but I really like Sonic Adventure 1 music, especially like Windy Valley. I really like that. So yeah, probably that's pick that.
Let's kick it back up to the front as dowolf gets the Sonic block started off right with Snolf Zero. Have a good day, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 Online, powered by Twitch and benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. My name is Dr. No, and whether if this is how you are starting your day, it's the afternoon, or you're settling in for the evening, wherever you are watching us, you have made it to Sonic Block. And chat, I don't know about you, but when I think of Sonic the Hedgehog, I think of running at the speed of sound, jumping from platform to platform, intense fights, and some iconic moments of action throughout video game history. You know what else I think of when I think of those things? That's right, I think of golf. So you don't believe me? Well, just wait. Because we're about to show you exactly why golf and Sonic the Hedgehog work perfectly together with this run of Snolf Zero. Sonic Block, you have a tea time to catch, and dowolf, the stage is all yours for this run of Snolf Zero. Take it away.